Okay, now we are going to remove the fan drive belt. To remove it, this is the tensioner, and this is 17mm head bolts. You need to turn clockwise and then remove that. After removing the drive belt, we need to disconnect the fan there or from the water pump pulley here. These are the bolts, screws or bolts, 4 screws. You need to disconnect this. Okay, I have removed the belt, fan drive belt, and also have removed the radiator fan as well. So now I'm going to bring the cylinder 1 piston to top dead center. So to bring that to top dead center, as you can see, this is the mark. This is the mark that should align this screw here. This screw here. So I'm going. So this the crankshaft pulley center bolt is 24mm head bolt. So I'm going to turn the engine clockwise. Make sure to turn the engine clockwise, particularly with the engine with the chain. It's very important you not turn the engine anti-clockwise. So I'm going to, because I passed the mark, it's one hand. There is camera in my one hand, so the mark is approaching to the sign. Just hold on. Yeah. This is properly aligned with the groove. So this is now the crankshaft is on so have to say the number 1 cylinder piston is on top dead center, but I'm not sure because this is not the end of the job. I'm going to remove the timing chain cover, and then after that the camshaft timing mark can be aligned. So I have aligned the crankshaft mark. So the number 1 cylinder piston is on top dead center. So when I remove this, and then I'm going to align align the timing mark of the camshaft. So now I'm going to remove the timing chain cover. To remove the timing chain cover, so 1 bolt, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not this one, not this one. This is not, you don't have to remove it. So once again from this side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are 12 millimeter head bolts or screws. Okay, as you can see, I have removed the screws, so there are 9. Make sure you count all of them, because sometimes you may forget one and then you try to force the timing chain cover, and that's going to lead to a damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So once you have removed the bolt, and then you need to lever it very gently. Here this place is provided just to lever the timing chain cover, and to split out or to split it from here. And also another place is provided here, as you can see here. I'm not sure if you can see. That is here. Just let me check that. That is here. If you can see, that is, where is my finger? That is here. That is here. You need to pry here. Okay, now I'm going to gently lever this. Gently, very gently. Yeah, and from this side too. Some oil spillage. Okay, I'm going to put something underneath because the oil is dropping down. Okay, I have removed, but as you can see, the timing mark is still not aligned. So I'm going to turn this 360 degree more, 360 degrees more, to align this timing mark. Okay, this mark is aligned. These two marks, as you can see, this dot is aligned with this arrow. If you can see, with this arrow, and also this mark, this dot is arrowed or more aligned with this. Just let me to show you. Okay, so this dot aligns with this arrow. Can you see this arrow? So this arrow, this dot, if I bring it back, this is the two dots. These are the two dots. So this one aligns with this arrow, and this one, the exhaust one, aligns with this arrow. And also the injection pump is not aligned, so that should align with this one. Just let me clean that little bit. So that should align with this mark, as you can see, with this arrow, but it's here. I'm going to continuously turn until this dot aligns with this, and this mark align with this, and this two, this two, this two, this two aligns with the mark on the upper, on the inner timing chain car. So let me put that here. I'm going to continuously turn the engine clockwise. This time is I think, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to show you this dot on the injection pump sprocket aligns this mark. As you can see, this is arrow shaped mark. Let me clean this, and now you all will. So this dot is aligned with this two, as I have shown you before, aligned with this arrow, and this is the crankshaft timing mark, which is crankshaft pulley with the timing chain cover mark, align both. So now this is the injection pump. You are going to disconnect the fuel lines and disconnect this suction control valve or fuel regulator, fuel control valve. Then I'm going to remove this nut, as you can see, and then I'm going to fit the special tool which hold this sprocket in its place. Then I'm going to remove the injection pump. Okay, now I'm going to hold this and remove this. Yeah, this is the nut which I removed. Okay, this is a special tool I'm going to install. As you can see, this is the tool I'm going to install, and that will hold this sprocket in its place. So I don't need to remove or dismantle the timing chain, so I will be able to remove the injection pump without removing Okay, now I'm going to disconnect the wiring connector from the injection pump and remove the high pressure fuel line and disconnect the fuel feed line to the injection pump and the fuel return line from the injection pump. Make sure it's, if you are working in a condition like this, today is very heavy. When you expose the fuel line or the fuel port, you need to cover them very immediately, because the particle. There is a huge risk that particle may get into the fuel system, or that's going to damage the fuel system. So I have disconnected the fuel return line from the injection pump, and also fuel feed line. So I'm going to disconnect this. Okay. So I have removed the fuel line. So I have removed the fuel lines. Okay, when you tightening the special tool, the injection pump sprocket holding tool, you need to be careful, because this thread is very fragile. That can be break very easily. So now I'm going to remove this 3 screws from the back of the injection pump, which holds the injection pumps. There are 2 more screws like this, so I'm going to remove them too. This is the second screw. Okay, this is the third screw I have removed. This case, timing case, inner cover is, or timing chain inner cover thread is too fragile. I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to install this just little bit to, yeah, that's going to be enough. I'm going to use another trick. I'm going to use air hammer, so just put it here. Got it out. So I got it out. And this is the pump. This is the pump I have got. Okay. This is same engine, but it was removed from Kia Sorento, and the engine code is D4CB, I think. And this is the injection pump which we removed from that engine, and it was installed on i800, and this one is also with the same engine code, D4CB. But the problem was this: When we installed a Sorento engine, Kia Sorento engine, and the vehicle immediately shut the engine up, and it says that the fuel pressure is too high. The fault code P1185 was stored. So for this reason, we want to use the fuel injection pump, which is programmed to the ECU. And as you can see, that the manufacturer specification for this one, which is C oh, it cannot be focused. Let me stop. So as you can see, this is CR/CP 1H3. So this is the injection pump. We with the technical specification or the manufacturer specification, it says that it can operate to up to 1600 bar, and also the regulating the fuel suction control valve or fuel regulating valve may also operate differently, because that's according to the program which is in the ECU. The false weight modulation may be different. Another thing, these two are together. So the Sorento fuel rail had fuel pressure relief valve here, and it had a return flow pipe connected here. This one hasn't got. This is for the faulty engine, which we removed. Now we are going to install this and this. So we have removed the fuel injection pump from the donated engine, and we are going to install this one, and also we are going to remove the fuel rail from the donated engine. So the donated engine was taken from Kia Sorento, but it was with the same engine code, different fuel injection pump. So we are going to install these two back, which is programmed according to the vehicle ECU, and see if we can read off the P1185, which is for the fuel rail high pressure fault code. As you can see, this is i800, Hyundai i800, and this is the donated engine from Kia Sorento. And as I have shown you, that this one has fuel pressure relief valve here. If you are able to see, this one has this one. This is this one. As you can see, this is the fuel pressure fuel rail, and this is the hose which is connected to the fuel pressure relief valve, which the other one, which was genuine for this vehicle, didn't have. So we are going to replace this fuel rail with the one which you saw on the floor. Okay, renew this seal, but if you can't, make sure you put some silicone around it not to leak later. Okay, another thing, you should measure this diameter that is the same with the other one, and also this shaft length, this is the same. And also make sure to thoroughly clean this area from the oil when you using silicone on this one. So I have already cleaned that area, but I'm going to clean that again. And now I'm going to use silicone. So I'm going to use now I'm going to install this pump. I have installed the pump. Now I'm going to engage its screws. Okay, I have not fully tightened the three injection pump securing mounting. Engage this nut. The injection pump shaft, center shaft nut. Okay, torque specification for this, see, from 65 to 75. So I'm going to do that the maximum because the nut is old one. I'm going to use old nut, so I'm going to tighten to the maximum torque specification. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to tighten the mounting screws fully. the injection pump mounting screws tightening torque specification is 27 Newton meter. Okay, I have made a mistake. I did not losing the special tool bolts, and I was continuously tightening the mounting, the injection mounting, the injection pump mounting screws, and this damaged this area and that broke. So make sure you tighten the center, the high pressure pump shaft center nut, and then you need to remove or slacken or bring the special tool little bit backward this way, and then slowly tighten the injection pump mounting bolt. So I'm going to replace this inner timing chain cover. So not to make mistakes. So when you tighten this in, when you have tighten the injection pump shaft center nut, the big nut, 19mm head nut, and then you just slowly release this. Do not take fully out. Slowly tighten the injection pump mounting screw. So I have done, apart from that, everything, just one mistake is made. So this one is forced this way and it's damaged. Okay, I have replaced the injection pump, but made a small mistake which led to broken this one, as you can see here. That's because when the special tool is installed here, you should not tighten the injection pump mounting bolt fully. So just engage the injection pump mounting bolt to make sure that they are aligned to the hole here. Then fully tighten the injection pump shaft center nut. After you have done this, then slowly one or two thread, tightening the mounting bolts and releasing the special tool at the same time, because if the special tool is in tightening position, you continue to tighten the injection pump mounting bolt, so it's going to push the special tool outward while you are tightening the injection pump mounting bolt. It's going to damage or breaking this one. So slowly releasing the special tool first, then slowly tightening the injection pump mounting bolts. So I hope this video will help someone. So because I have broken this one and I have removed from the another faulty engine, and as you can see, now I'm going to put this cover, and tomorrow morning I'm going to change the fuel rail and try starting the engine up if the engine started. Okay, as you can see, I have removed the fuel rail from the donated engine. This is from Kia D4CB. As you can see, it has a relief valve here, and this one hasn't got. So I'm going to install this one. This was this is from the faulty engine, which I have removed from i800, Hyundai i800, same engine code. As you can see, the length of the fuel rail, the donated engine, the Kia Sorento, is longer, and it has a release valve or pressure relief valve exit here, and this one hasn't got. So I'm going to install this one, and as I have already installed the fuel injection pump, this is also from the donated engine, which I have removed. Now I'm going to replace this fuel rail with this one. So as you can see, it hasn't got. So this was again from donated engine Kia Sorento D4CB, and this is the faulty engine D4CB Hyundai i800 or i-load, whatever you call it. So I'm going to install this one. So then try the engine if I can start the engine. Okay, I have installed the new fuel injection pump, new fuel rail, and also I have put everything together, install the radiator fan, install the auxiliary drive belt. So now I'm going to put this module with the radiator here, and also I'm going to put that coolant back and trying to start the engine. So I have put the coolant in, and final touch to just connect the battery. Connect the battery. Okay, and a few extra. Okay, now I'm going to mount the camera here, and I'm going to start the engine and you watch it. So the camera is mounted here. I'm going to start the engine and see. This is the truth moment. I have started the engine. This is the Sorento car engine, and I have brought that and installed into. So far everything is fine, and one second, let me check the battery sign. Battery sign is off. Battery sign is off. As you can see, the alternator has not got this wire connected that is here. So once again, I'm going to check whether the battery is being charged or not. So as I have shown you, battery is charging, but I think not at its high level. As you can see, sometimes 12.7, sometimes 12.9, but I'm going to show you. As you can see, this is the Sorento alternator, and the vacuum pump is behind the alternator. So I'm going to fix this, the excitation of the rotor field, or rotor magnetic field, and then that's it. We have installed the pure Sorento D4CB engine into Hyundai i800